Hey, it's Heather Collins from Mix 94.1, and everyone read my blog. There's like 580 people who've now seen me in a bathing suit. So I thought it would be awesome to bring in Dr. Cristy Thomas from Vitality Medical and Wellness Center. Hi, Miss Cristy Thomas.
Hi, Heather. I'm so excited to be here.
You know, all these people are messaging me, blah, 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 how much is this? What is this? Blah, 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 blah. So I figured, what's a better way to answer all the questions than have you come in here and we talk about it?
You got it.
First off, let's go through the procedure. I've obviously done it. What happens when you walk into your establishment?
What happens when you walk into Vitality is you call, you make an appointment, you're going to talk with my staff, and sometimes people get a little frustrated because we don't give all of them direct answers on the phone, but it's very difficult because we really customize a weight loss program. This is not a weight loss program where you're going to go and you're going to get a B12 shot and you're going to be in and out the door and we're going to give you some pills and have a great day. We really try to customize a weight loss program and a diet plan to everybody's lifestyle. We're all busy or not busy. We all have different things in our life. So what happens is you come into my office, you're going to meet with me. We call it the Vitality Bible.
I know that I was joking around. There, literally, it's like 19 pages of answering questions. But it's cool because you go through all of that and figure out what's everyone's weaknesses and pluses or whatever.
Exactly. So what that packet does is it doesn't just give you your basic information when you go into traditional medical center. It's going to ask you, I asked you about your sleep.
Yep.
I asked you about, do you wake up at 2 a.m.?
Yep.
What's your lifestyle like? Do you crave sugar? Do you crave salt? Because all of these things are important, especially when you're doing a weight loss or a wellness plan or even a preventative health plan. Them things really are keys and they mean something to you when you have them type of symptoms. So we break down, I asked you for everything but your bank account.
Pretty much.
What time do you sleep? Do you wake up in the middle of the night? Them kinds of things. And then what happens, you're going to go in, you're going to meet with my staff. They're going to put you in the computer system. We're going to ask you a few more questions just to clarify and really get to know your lifestyle. What is your day-to-day routine? Do you wake up a normal schedule? We live in Las Vegas. Everybody lives a 24-hour lifestyle here. Nobody sleeps from, the 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. schedule.
Nope.
Nobody. Including us, Heather.
Yeah. Nope, definitely don't do that.
So that's important because a lot of your sleep hormones are really important for wellness prevention. There's a lot of studies out there about people that don't sleep, how they gain weight, and how it can affect chronic medical conditions. So we go over all that. Then you're going to come in and you're going to meet with me. We go over for probably about 20 to 30 minutes, and I really get into detail. What are your goals? As you noticed on the Vitality Bible, one of my first questions are, what are your first 3 goals coming into my practice? So that's important because if my goals for you are different than your goals, we got to meet. We got to work as a team. And I really focus on that patient-provider relationship. I think it's important, and your success is important based on that.
No, definitely agree. I went to a different weight loss center, and I literally walked in, signed a piece of paper, signed a couple, and it was a 1 sheet of questions. I went in the back, they weighed me, they handed me pills, they charged my credit card, I walked out. And I was like, this isn't effective. This is not helping me. I don't know what to eat, what not to eat. I think I went into you and I said, you're like, what do you eat for breakfast? And I was like, I get a Cliff Bar every morning on my way to work. And you're like, that's terrible. That's not good. It's full of sugar and full of this. And I was like, I thought because it was a Cliff Bar that it's healthy. And you're like, no, it's not. And that's the thing I think people get messed up about is if you just go to those places, they're not giving you like a full here, this is what you need to do. Let me tell you, what do you like to eat? Okay, then you can eat this. That's the cool thing about you is you go into detail with everything. Every question I asked, you answered. And it was simple. And honestly, this is the easiest diet I've ever been on and the only diet I've ever seen results.
Absolutely. And this is the thing is you come in every single week with us because I can't change the lifestyle that you've had or the habits you've developed over your lifetime to where you're at now.
Yep.
And that's why when your first visit you come in, I give you 3 to 5 things to follow. We talked about the Cliff Bars, and so many people think that them things are okay, and it's really just a lack of education out there. I've had people really come in and absolutely be in tears because they think they're eating healthy. They're trying to eat healthy.
And
they're making a veggie smoothie and putting fruit and putting all these things in it, but it just sent their caloric index clear up to, through the roof. So, and they're set up for failure, but they think they're doing the right thing. So we work with just one thing. If we can change your breakfast in the morning, the next week we're going to change something else. And you're going to see weight come off slowly. You didn't gain it that fast, although I say it's easy to gain 10 pounds in a weekend.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of where we come a little bit differently as we bring you points each week. I have you food log either send it to me daily or bring it in every week. I'm going to take a look at that and see where are you getting your calories at? Where are you getting your protein at? All carbs aren't bad. People think that you can't have carbohydrates. You can. It's just got to be the right kind of carbohydrates so that you're not hungry. You have energy to get through your day. You live a very busy lifestyle. I can't take every carb out of your life. You're gonna crash on me. You're also busy. Your lunchtime, you're on the air all day long. So I got to find something that you can eat on the go and still get the needs and the nutrition needs that you need, and not something that's bad.
Before I came to you, this was my healthy diet I was on. I would eat a Cliff Bar in the morning. I would go to work. And then at lunchtime or on my way to work, I would stop at Porta Subs and get like a turkey and cheese sandwich on wheat bread. And then I would eat that for lunch. And then when I got off of work, I would be like, okay, I got to eat healthy. Let me go get a salad. And I would put the dressing on it, blah, 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 whatever. And then at night, most of the time I would give in and have like 100-calorie ice cream bar. Because I was like, oh, it's only 100 calories. It's not doing me any harm. And it wasn't working. It wasn't working at all. And you made it so simple where I don't even have to think about it. I get up in the morning, I get my shake, I walk out the door, I bring some snacks to bring to work, like apples, bananas, whatever. And then I eat my lunch, the prepackaged ones that you order from that company. And then I get off work, I go make myself dinner. It's that simple. It's really not that hard. But people, I think, make it harder than it really is. And the fact that you sit down and tell us what to eat and like how to make it easier. And like I tell you my lifestyle and you say, okay, well, if you're at work at this time and you're stuck there, eat these. You'll be good. That's what I appreciate about you.
And that's the thing is that's when I said in the beginning, everybody is a little bit different. You're not somebody that can, at home at 12 o'clock noon that you can prepare something for lunch. So I have to find something for you that's healthy, that's not, GMO, got high fructose corn syrup in it. All these products, we have people go through their cabinets and just clear out them two things that are in your cabinet. Anything that's processed, anything with high fructose corn syrup. But people think because it says natural or healthy that it's okay to bring to work and eat because it's healthy and it's better than going to a fast food place or somewhere that's on the go. Now, your Porta Subs or your Subway, it wasn't the worst choice in the world. But honestly, when we look down at what you were eating, you weren't eating enough. So when you don't eat enough, you're shutting your metabolism down and you would never lose weight. And you're struggling and starving yourself to lose weight. But it really isn't going to work.
Exactly. And honestly, I could say from when I started this on Monday to it's Friday, I'm not waking up in the middle of the night. That stopped. I'm not starving. I'm not starving myself. I'm eating and it's fine. Like I'm cool. Like everything's great. And I have energy when I wake up. Like when I wake up in the morning, I don't sit in bed for 20 minutes because I don't want to get out. I'm like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. Time to get up and go to work. And I get up and there's no problem. Like I have good energy throughout the whole day and everything is perfect. I'm like, wow, is this what it feels like to be normal? Because I would literally wake up every night at 2 to 3 a.m. and it was killing me.
Because you got great food. You're feeding your body. You're giving it the energy that it needs so that you feel good. You have memory. You have focus. A lot of people go out there and they'll do these low-fat diets or, these fad diets, and they suffer from these same exact problems that you were. And as women, little woman-to-woman talk here, we starve ourselves. Most women that come into my practice, we're so desperate to lose weight or to, balance the diet. We starve ourselves. And really, I think you were eating under 900 calories a day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you were gaining weight. You weren't losing any weight or you were on a plateau.
Yeah, it would not. I lost, I think, like 12 pounds and then it just stopped. And I was like, what the hell? And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't eat anything today. How am I still staying at? Because you're right. Your metabolism goes shut down. Your body goes.
It's storing your fat because it doesn't know when you're going to eat.
Exactly.